Well, here we are, folks. Time to wrap it up for this March 11th. We're heading into news tomorrow that could shake things up, retail sales. And we have the 30-year auction for the financials. So here we are. We started off this morning wanting to be buyers at 40 to 42. We put a question mark by 45. It was buy one. We had a sell at 54, 56. And just like yesterday, we said it might be 50. And why 50? 50 was a round number for a sell. And we didn't know which one it was going to be. And so it turns out 50 is where it was. So early on, out of this area right up here, before the market opened, there was a trade there. There was a buy from there. So you had a nice little winner off the buy. You had a nice little winner off the sell if you chose to trade before the market opened. This is not a trade because we don't take out this bar's high within the second bar. This is a retest failure trade right there. Could have been short in the 48 area, and the market did trade down to just below 45 where it stalled again. The market came back up and stopped at the mean green line, gave us that second leg down, and we had a trade in here that stopped at 45, 46 and a quarter, right in here. This was a trade that we took live. That one was recorded. We got our second leg down. Then right here, Tom graciously pointed this out. This was a trade at 43. Excuse me. This was a trade that we took, and the conservative exit was at 45.25 or 45.50. I forget. I think it was 45.50 and 25, and the market came back down, and so came out for 2 to 3. We called the trade up here, minimum of 2 to 3, and then we just went into chop. Very, very difficult market. We said today if the market early on, if it couldn't get through 50, it was a sell, and that has proven to be the case. So very, very difficult trading, very quiet, didn't have a lot of volatility to work with. We went through periods right here of just nothing but being right in a congestion area. We get one quick move to the downside. We get another quick move to the downside. We're right back in the congestion area. So very, very difficult trading. Didn't get a lot of help from the 50-lot trader. Didn't get a lot of help from the 20-lot trader. Didn't get a lot of help from the pane number 3 on the F6 screen. So not a lot to work with today. So what do we face tomorrow? Structurally, looking at the F1 screen, it is a sale. We've got a lower high and a lower low. Looking at the F2 screen, it is a P put in backwards. We have a possibility for a new move out of the middle in the M period. And this is what makes the E-mini. The other markets into the close usually don't give you, last hour trading usually don't give you much. The E-mini can give you, it's a great trade. Back in the old days, they would leave at 10:30 Central. They would pack it in, and they'd come back a little bit before 2 to work it into the close. And then the bond traders would be over there about 2:15 Central working the E-mini into the close. So it's that last hour trading in the E-mini is what makes this contract unique also. So a P in a down market is short covering. It's not new selling, and it's definitely not new buying. And the way you distinguish that in new buying and short covering, you'll get a trend day up. And we clearly didn't have that. So if the market were to close right here at 42, we'd be trying to sell 44s, 46s, trying to lean against that M period right there. Then 49s, 51s. Sell 2. We do have news in the morning. On the buy side, I kind of like the 35, 37 area. That 37, 38 has been a pretty clean break in the market, so let them come down into that area. And then our 30, 32 for buy 2. So we have news tomorrow. Jobless claims, 306. Retail sales, +0.4. And I hope the retail sales numbers come in. I really do not want to see our country enter another recession. It's been tough, and a lot of people have really have been destroyed financially because of this. Retail sales ex auto plus 0.6. Import export prices, I don't have the numbers yet, but we'll look at them in the morning. Business inventories plus 0.1. That does not show growth. They like it in the 3 to 4/10. They're building inventories to service new demand. Natural gas inventories, I don't have that number. And then they have the Treasury budget at minus 192. Number one focus, retail sales ex auto. Probably we'll take a look at jobless claims, but that's going to be buried in the retail sales number. Then that's going to be it. So that's what I have for the E-mini. Okay, very strong auction. We've talked about why it was a strong auction. Over the last couple of years, the Treasury has built in demand by buying up over $2 trillion worth of Treasuries. So for repos and the rest of it, it's there. The dollar is strong. That's another incentive for foreign investors to come over here and buy. You can make money off dollar appreciation, and you can actually get paid an interest rate, a coupon for having putting your money for buying something. So on the Treasury, on the note right there, higher low, higher high, that says buy it tomorrow. Now, for those of you that are new, you say it can't be that simple. It really is if you think about the dynamic that gives you higher lows and higher highs. That's our definition of a higher low is an uptrend, a lower high is a downtrend. So money is flowing into the markets. From the time frame where large institutions have to play. We want to see that. We want to see, in this case, a P with the treasuries, and we've got two distributions and two Ps. Good auction. The auction took place at 25. Again, it's 30-year paper tomorrow, so I would imagine we will get some back testing. Right here in the first place we'd look at would be support in this 24 to 28 period area right here. So buy one will be 29 to 25, and then the second will be our 17 to 21. And if the E-mini sells, we're not going to get close to the number 2 area, I don't believe. And then we're going to sell failure to take out 4 to 8. Tomorrow's focus, before we get to the 30-year, jobless claims 306. Retail sales ex auto. Plus 0.6. They say the automobile sales are being hurt right now because of subprime loans are being slowed down or cut off, or some people aren't able to borrow to do that. So that's where we are. So the news focus, number one, retail sales ex autos, jobless claims, then to the 30-year, and I think we'll have an auction at 25 or better. If the E-mini spills this afternoon and goes down, then the 29 to 01 area is where we're going to have to think about being a buyer. It just depends on what happens in the E-mini. Knob spread widened again today, and it's probably the best indicator, directional indicator we have other than P's or B's in the profile and the movement of volume. It's right up there with them. Very good way, very simple way to look at the market. And less is more in that situation. Strong market. The most popular call out there is still the 165, if you can believe that, and the put is the 156. Here we are at 159, so pretty big market. Okay, we've got this high here at 59.09, a high here at 7, a high here at 10. We got this rotational low at 10 to 13, so it's very, very aggressive. 9 to 13. Well, let's not do it. Let's do 5s to 9s for buy one. Let them get stops below the end period. But if the E-mini sells, it's a 13 buy. And then 29 to 01. We'll pick out this breakout right here. And worst case scenario, structurally, if I wanted to be a buyer right here, I'd have a buy structurally at 21, leaning against that volume in the start of the auction right there. And then on the sell failure at 20 to 24. This is a big market. Think about the money in the 30-year today compared to gold and crude, which are huge markets. We were, 100 to 150 ticks, $1,000 to $1,500 is what you think of in those markets. And we've got a low right here of 58.01.02, and we got a high of 59.24. That's $1,750. This is a big market. It can make you a lot of loot. Jeez, where did I have my buys? I've got it. Okay, 21 and 25. Move those screens around like that. I got to go back. What am I looking at here? Okay, the euro got smacked late. I know they're in intense negotiations with Greece right now. I look for the headlines before I turned on the mic right here. Did not see anything. So structurally right here coming across is 55, 57, so 54, 56, sell one. 59, 61, let them get stops above the day session. Right up here, 62.50 is where the selling started. We'll come in underneath that number. On the buy side, 45.47, that is support. Then our 40 to 42. And we still like the short side of the market. From a trader standpoint, from a security standpoint, I don't think there's anything wrong. Actually, I think silver has more utility because the bars are smaller. You're not dealing with, well, can you make change for this $1,153 bar right now? That's the spot price, and I'll discount it. I mean, that's a little tougher to do, so that's why I prefer silver. From a survival standpoint, getting through that couple of 3 months. And it'd be worth more than whatever you paid for it in that situation. It goes back to the old pilot's days. Depending on where the weather was and how it was, you had to have enough fuel to get to your alternate. And if the weather was kind of bad, where you were trying to land, you had to have two alternates. So you always want to have a back door. You always want to make sure that you got the basics covered. And you don't like flying into box canyons. And my sports doctor was a flying enthusiast, and he got into gliders, and he went out to Colorado to fly outside of Salida, and the eastern slope of the Rockies right there from the west, you got a westerly wind, of course, and it can be pretty high. Gives you beautiful updrafts, so he was taking off, and he cut himself loose, and he was in a box canyon, and he did not have enough altitude to get out of the box canyon. So at least we know he died happy. But you can't do that. You can't put yourself in those situations. You want to make sure that you always are covered. Okay, this is the euro. I like the 105 area. Be pretty easy to get there. So 5.510 is one spot. And I'm not sure it's buy one or buy two. This 20 to 30 area. So we'll make 20 to 30 buy one, and we'll make the 105 area buy two. If it gets slammed in London, then 475 would be the next area that we'd look to come in. So I don't know what we've got right here. We have rejected prices below 105.25. On the sell side, that's pretty clear. This 50 to 60 area. And then we got a little volume up here at 75, so 70 to 80 for sell 2. And then your 105.90 to 106 where the selling started. And, of course, 106 is like 105. It's a pretty round number. Somebody's going to take profits there. But, again, this contract's a perfect example of why you can't be complacent and you can't let losers run. You could get buried on this thing, and it happens quickly. And again, I keep pointing out that you work your tail off, you make money. It's taken a long time to put something into the account, and then you got one big loss, and you're back to ground zero, or worse than that, you're underwater. You lose it faster than you make it. Part of that's psychological. You cut your winners short. No doubt about that. But the other, it just seems to work that way. And it's these great big explosive moves that kill people. And when you first start out as a beginning trader, you don't like to take small losses, so you turn manageable small losses into great big losses. That's how it's done. That's how we learn not to do that. So sell one's 50 to 75, sell two's 49 even, 49 and a quarter. Obviously, getting stops above that would be a nice play. We started up out of the 47.70 area. We're at 48.31. So 47.75, 47.50, which is our number 2 buy area this morning. Still looks reasonable. Put a question mark by 48. If we come down and test 48 and it holds, for those of you in London, pick it up and see if we can get through the 48.75 area. And then 47, 47 and a quarter for buy 2. Hey, we had to work for what we got today. Again, when we take these trades, we have 10, 15, 20 minutes in them. I'm showing you that you don't have to panic. You don't have to have tickitis. Our setups are good enough that you don't have to, doesn't mean you're going to make money, but it doesn't mean that you have to panic and count every tick either. You can take a very studied, consistent approach. You can work cross-check and read the information in front of you and stand a chance of doing pretty well. You all have a great evening. I will see you bright and early in the morning. I am out of here.